Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to another edition of Awesomecallstrading.com chat room. And I'm AJ, and I just want to welcome you to today's session. We just had the Fed minutes talk, and we played it pretty cool. It was kind of nice. We were right on point. As you can tell, we got a few nice tweets of traders that played it alongside me. I love to play Netflix. Is one of my key things, and I'll just do like maybe I don't know 8 to 10 trades in and out as SPY moves. And to me, I felt the Fed would probably not do anything too crazy. I think he wants to continue to bring calmness in the markets and stability. We have a lot going on with Brenix and the stoppage and gasoline prices increasing and so forth. And I think he just wants to bring a lot of calmness and reassurance to the American people. Look, I'm not going to go out there and raise the rates. I'm going to keep them unchanged. And that's what we need right now. We need calmness in the markets. And I think he's doing exactly what he needs to do. And he's saying the appropriate language. But typically what happens is after the Fed minutes are done, we do tend to get a sell-off the next following day. So I'm anticipating probably opening up maybe slightly red and then a little bit downside. But if we open green, I don't see it popping 100 or 200 points. I could be wrong, but historically, I've noticed, after initial pop on that it does. So anyway, today we had, I got to tell you, today was really exciting. I got to really showcase my talent to the members of Awesome Calls Trading. And if you're not in here, you probably don't really know a lot of what we do in here. You see the excitement on Twitter with so many people speaking, which I love. It's rewarding as a trader when you're helping somebody just learn the game, and then to see the hint that he or she's in result making $50, $100, $200. God, you have no idea how that makes me feel. It's probably what keeps me in the game as a teacher. Um, I am a trader first. I love day trading, and it's my passion. And you would think, with this room and the growth, and then people moving and big more, everyone's opening rooms from here and so forth. I just love the continuation to watch traders come in from all over and just kind of just give them step by step, like this does this. Everyone's different, and I really enjoy, more importantly, just educating a trader. Don't look at it like this, look at it like this, and this is why. And today we had some really good plays. We went at our number one pick this morning was CODX, and my target price on that was 375 when I was looking at it when it was in the twos. And then from there, I felt it was going to sell off. But I did give it room to 5 in case it broke out after the initial pop, 375, then pull, bottom curl. And if it was going to hit, it would probably hit the 5 spot and then sell off. If not, it was just a sell off on it to 235. So these were my target points in pre-market. I made them very clear, 375 and then 235 on the downside. Okay, I'll go over that. EYEN. This one I just said everyone to short the stock at 4 and take it to 2. I mean, that's just, it's a no, this is gapping up 2. I said take it at 4 and shred it to 3 and under today. Okay, that was pretty basic 101. AMD, I wanted a 22 squeeze at the open from 21 area. MLNX, I wanted a long off of 84. If it hit 83, 84, go long. ALGN was one that I liked. I wanted to pop at the open because it was down 14, and I saw a lot of analysts saying buy the weakness today, so that was a big trade for us. ANTM, I wanted a 300 pop at the open and then a short. BIB, I wanted to go long at 322 and room to 317 and go to 331. And of course, Boeing, I just kind of wanted that 395 spot and maybe sell off a little bit. 380 was the key area. And Whirlpool, I gave this as a nice gift for the trading community in the room. I just saw Netflix just pop. I wish I could have had that, but oh well, can't have them all. Whirlpool, I wanted everyone to short the stock around 136 area and just take it down about 10 points. So I'm going to go through these Now, this was all written down at about 6 o'clock this morning. I do every day a pre-market list. Um, Prior to that, I study for about 2 hours in the morning, and I mean study. I mean, I am intense. I'm looking at everything. I'm watching everything. I'm watching small cap, big cap, large cap. I'm looking at news. I'm watching the wires. And my news wires are pretty thick. I mean, I use Newswatch and Briefing. These are my two primaries. And I have to read all of these things that come in. And then on my analyst side, I have to read a report every morning that go through, and I have to read each thing. And this is how I pick up things. Like this morning, I picked up RBC, indicating that they thought Whirlpool's run was too much, so they downgraded the stock. And under RBC Capital right here, and they downgraded it, and they gave me a $111 price target. So what does that mean for a trader in our room? It means money. Okay, and this is my job. This is what they hire me for at $6 a day. This is my job, and if you're an annual subscriber, you only pay $1.80. So I have to earn that $1.80 or that $6. So my job is to find the absolute beautiful trades and setups. And again, anybody that states out there, in my opinion, that says I don't trade the news isn't what makes a trade. It's reading the charts and understanding the technical analysis of the chart. I am completely agree upon that, but I don't agree upon that you should only use the technical analysis of the chart. You have to have, I always look for a news event behind the move. That's really important to me. And I can educate a trader how to read through that news. In other words, if I got a small cap stock pop into $4, why am I telling everyone in the entire world that's in the room, this is a short, sell it off to 2? I mean, if it's such great news, why am I dumping it off to 2? All right, because I read the news. Now, your technical analysis isn't going to tell a trader, oh, this is a short. Yeah, it's going to tell you a short at a certain point, but the difference between you and I is I'm actually predicting where the stock's going to go to on a pop and where it's going to actually slide to on a sell side. And then behind it all, I'm giving you the reason why. Because the news event is telling me this is a sell-off or sell the news. Okay? It's just the way I predict the markets. All right? So, and again, I'm being reiterated what great traders in here, by, like Richard just said, AJ News is first, then the volume would follow. And I 100% agree with that. And that's why I think when people say these kind of statements, it's because they just not enough experienced and they don't trade a lot of what we trade in here. And I'll show you. Okay, I'm gonna show you Whirlpool today because it is going to be a standout trade. Okay, but before we begin, let's talk about our number one pick this morning, and it was CODX. Um, and again, I had this popping to 375 and a sell off to 235 once it reached a peak. And why? Because the news was good. It had pre-market volume of over 1 million, which I really love. And I just felt the stock had a little bit more range. And again, I was calling out the stock to go along right around the 2 to 225 range, 250. And I was looking, the 375 was the target. Once it actually broke, if it didn't break through again to 360 or higher, the stock was going to sell off to $2.35. So that gave my short sellers in the room an idea where it should go. And it also gave my long traders, the ones that love to do size, where the stock will pop so they can sell into it. As you can see clearly, the stock hit 377, which is 2 cents above my goal. Pre-market notes were written way before the open. And then I said the stock would sell off to 235. And there is actually that is a double bottom up 220. Now, what's great about these stocks, I tried to short this. And when you see somebody posting, hey, look how much money I made, all of us could have made good money. We weren't afraid of shorting. That's another thing too. I'm seeing guys posting $20,000, $30,000 gains, and that's wonderful. But you got shorts, and a lot of times they're limited. In some of the platforms we use, we don't get the shorts, and it's not your fault. It's You have to look at the trader who's not getting those shorts, but a lot of times they're taken up very quickly. Um, but yes, was a short inevitable in the stock? Yeah. So why do people need to brag like, oh, I shorted? Yeah. For us in our room, we kind of don't brag it. We just trade it. Okay, so you don't see a lot of bragging when it comes to that. And what we like to do is just indicate great call, hit the marks, came down exactly where you said. Let's move on, because we have 12 other plays to work on. All right, this is just one. Now, in your other chat rooms, this is your main play. You'll do a video, a DVD. You'll sell the whole world. You talk about it for the next 3 weeks. This is just one play. You want another one? How about this one? EYEN. All right, this was a no-brainer. This is what we call a no-brainer. This is one where you actually go to sleep. And I had a trader take a short this morning. He just came back from his day at work, and he just covered. I mean, this is what we do. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, this is what we do. So, man, I wish I could be playing the market right now. Jesus, gosh darn it. You guys must be killing it right now. I'm watching AMD go to 23. I'm watching ALGN go to 230. I'm watching my Netflix. Oh my gosh. Whew. Oh my goodness. Anyway, now EYEN. Okay. This was a no-brainer. Why? Well, I'm going to teach you something. And you know what? I'll tell you what. I'm not going to teach you the main reason why I shorted the stock. I think I'm going to leave that for the people in the room. But rest assured, when you join us, ask me the first question you walk in. Why did you short EYEN? But let's just put it this way. I've seen enough of these. I've traded for 15 years. This was there was one word in the entire headline. That's all I needed to know. Okay, just one word, and that's it. Okay, and it was all over. And actually, the word is in the stock itself. Okay, so I'll leave it as that. I think you can figure out if the stock is called Inovia. What do you think the one word is? I'm going to short the stock. Okay, it's pretty easy. So this was just a no-brainer. As you can see, my notes pre-market told everyone in the world, take short at 4, cover at 3. Have a nice day. I mean, it's that simple. All right. I don't guess. I'm not throwing darts. I'm not saying I think. All right. I'm giving you a winner. You either take the trade or watch others take it and make money. And here you go. Here's the 4, and here's the 3. Enough said. All right. Go back to bed. Next, I'm going to show you the Whirlpool call that we talked about earlier. Okay, this is Whirlpool. Again, this was just an amazing trade. Now, we were trying to short this all day yesterday, and it was a pain in the butt. It really was. But, the thing just like I explained last night webinar, it just took off, and there was no mercy. So this gap down, I was telling everyone, just go short 135, 136, any pop, and take it down 10 points. I was pretty adamant about the 10 points. I didn't think you'd get any more than that off the call. And just because RBC is saying it should be worth 111 doesn't necessarily mean everyone else agrees. So for our room, the way we look at that is we just simply we just get our 10 points and we're done. And we had a clear double bottom here. It wasn't going to go any lower. And I had traders coming in trying to reshort after they made their money, and I would not let them do that. Again, that's what I'm hired to do. Tell me yes, tell me no, and let's make money. And so if you count it, and you took short at 135, so I'm looking for a 10-point downside. It hit 128, so roughly. So that's 8 points. So I'm not going to get fired from a subscriber to our room because of 2 points I miss. They just won't fire me for that, but they will love me if I deliver something like this to them. And that's what I did. So the next trade we did was I'm just getting frustrated. I'm watching Netflix. My baby go all the way to $340.48, and I'm not trading it. Jeez. Well, that's a tough one. Anyway, I'm going to show you what was that? Boeing. I want you to look at the call on Boeing. Boeing. Now, let's be real. I'm a Boeing trader. I've been trading Boeing for a long time, and I was one of the big advocates back when Boeing 20 days ago when it was at 280s and 300s. I could not have stressed enough to anybody and everyone, go long Boeing, buy Boeing. I mean, and you can't deny it. All right. It was an, I don't want to say it's an educated guess because it's not a guess. Boeing is like an investor favorite. It's every fund wants it. They are strength. They're getting contracts. I mean, they're just a monster company. And today they delivered. All right. And if you had bought into 300s and you bought 400 calls 30 days ago, you'd probably be worth a couple hundred grand today. I mean, this was just one of the most incredible plays. So now, as a trader, as a day trader, let me make that very clear. As a day trader, I have to determine where the stock's going to come down to. This is my job. This is what I get paid to do, you know? So let's make it clear. Where did I say this stock would go? And one trader in the room, I believe his name was Alex, you see him on Twitter, he made a comment to me. He said, AJ, I think Boeing was your top play because the way you called that, I don't think anybody in the world could have called that. And why? Because I determined that the stock would be, it would hit rock bottom at 380 on the pullback. You see this? I figured it would pop, and if it pulled, to go long at 380. Okay? And then I said it would be strong all day long. You see how it's worded? It's up 25 on any pop at the open. If it sells off, I'm telling you where to buy the stock. And the stock should be bought at 380. All right, you ready for the Boeing play? Here's Boeing. Ding, 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 ding. Sold off. And guess where it hit? $380.50. Okay. I didn't guess. I didn't throw shit against the wall. I'm not going to do a DVD and sell you, look how great we are. If you can't see the greatness in our room, then stay in your room. Okay. Don't even come in here because you're not ready for us. But for me as a trader, this is brilliant. This is cultivates 15 years of trading, and every day I deliver, and I'm getting better and better and better and more accurate on my calls because I trade this stuff day in and day out. That's all I do. I study charts like a chessboard. All right, and then the stock ran all the way up to $391. Okay. The next one that we're going to talk about today is BIB. Now, BIB, well, I'm going to give you a really good one, Algin. You don't trade Algin in your room because, let's be honest. I mean, the guy that's running your room or the lady that's running your room just doesn't, they're just not going to trade something like this. It's not what they do. They don't understand why it's even down or up. Again, news event. I'm trading a news event. What's the news event? Earnings. Now, Algin closed at $221 yesterday. All right, and it pulled on bad earnings and missed guidance. So why is it up? Why did I call along at the open? Why did I call along at the open? And I want you to see my notes. All right? Look carefully. Algin. I want to pop. It's down 14. So long the stock. Don't argue, just long the stock. I'm going to take you to 212 and more. If the stock pulls back at all, don't get shaken out. Just add, add, add. The stock is going to get bought up on weakness. How do I know that? How do I know? How did I know that this morning? How did I know that? I think everyone in the world should ask that. How the fuck did you know that? Seriously. How did you want to say and put it in writing to buy the weakness? How the fuck did you know that? Well, you know what? Remember I told you earlier, I study, study, study? Now watch what I studied this morning. Ready? So I go through each one. Didn't I tell you I do that? So I'm going down, I'm going down, I'm going down, I'm reading, I'm reading, I'm reading, I'm reading, I'm reading, I'm reading, I'm reading. Oh, Algin should be bought on weakness. And now I have to read why. If I agree with that decision, then the decision is made and I will go long the stock. That's as simple as that. If I agree with the analyst and who the analyst is and who wrote it, I'm putting out the call to go long on the stock. You want to see greatness? How about you listen and come in here, buy 100 shares at 208 and make 20 points? Would that convince you? Okay. What did I say to do this morning? How about make, let's see, how about make 7 points in a blink before you even, your first click, you're done. So if you bought in pre-market, you're already done for the day, 100 shares. If you decided to stay, you got a full push to 224. Look at the time, 5 minutes. 5 minutes would have paid you 25 points or $100 a share or $2,500. Could you imagine that? 100 shares would have cost you $21,000. In less than 5 minutes, if you listened to what I wrote and you understood where I was coming from, you literally could have made 20 points and made $2,000 in a blink. Okay? 5 minutes of work. If you want 200 shares and you do the math, that's $4,000. And you're done. And you could have been done in 30 seconds and went back to bed. This is the kind of room that you're not in, unfortunately. Because the room you're in is what? AMD, NVIDIA, huh? SPY, QQQ, ESF. Okay, great. You know what? I'll take a 20-point trade in 30 seconds all day long. All right. Another play we had today was AMD. I was all over AMD this morning. I traded this with size, and this was a really nice trade today. And what I was looking for today was, now, a lot of you don't know this, but you can ask anyone in the chat room, anybody that's a part of ACT yesterday before the close. They specifically asked me, what are your thoughts on AMD after close? And you know what I said? Do you know what I said? I said AMD will surprise all of you. I don't care what NVIDIA did. I don't care about MU. I don't care about any of these other ones. I don't care about the gaming, Activision. I don't care about any of this. AMD is going to surprise all of you, just like I said Apple would. And I was right. So this morning, and there was a trader in here in pre-market after hours, stuck in here, asking me what to do because he was down a little bit. I said, no. You're okay. Just stay in there. And he sold after hours here. Then when he came in this morning, he's like, okay, what do I do now, AJ? I said, well, I'd go long and take it to 22 and then short it. You don't believe me? Why don't you take a good look at what I wrote? See this? AMD was our fourth pick. Go long, squeeze it to 22, then lean into short. If it comes back to 20 area, go long. Now, I'm not saying it's going to come all the way to 20, but I want you to short it at 22. First of all, I want you to make 80, 90 cents to a dollar with size to 22. Once it pops through 22, smash it down, take 80, 90 cents to downside. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. I don't need to run and do a video, charge you another $100, $500 for the video, give you a free lesson. I don't need to do any of that. What's the point? This is just item number 4 of our 12. I'm just doing my job. Okay, now look at the stock. Ding, 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 ding. 22. Ding, 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 ding. Downside came all the way down. Imagine the short on that. Imagine the pop on that. It was a win-win, both sides. I have short sellers and I have traders that just go long. And that's what they pay me for. Give me the long side with 1,000 shares and I'll love you forever. Okay. So you go long at 20, pre-market down here before the ARP open. They're already loading up. 21.35. They catch a point at the open, make $1,000. They go back to bed. That's the trade. So I'm going to give you one more and then call it a day. MLNX. I'll tell you something. If I ever decided to go into the merchandising business like some of these guys are doing now, I mean, they build a room and now they're selling merchandise and they don't trade anymore because they just use your money to have fun, go travel, you know. Well, I did find what my shirt would say. I posted it this morning. So if I ever make clothes and I don't want to trade anymore, uh, this will be my slogan. I found it this morning. Just kind of want to share it with you. I mean, you don't have to agree, but I kind of liked it. This is my slogan here. Just want to share it with the room. That's my slogan. Okay? Legend. That's what I want to be always remembered. It's the guy that did things that nobody else could do. That's who I want to be. I always want to be remembered that way as a trader. Like that dude, wow. He knew the market inside and out. Okay? So now let's take you to MLNX. MLNX was gapping on the fact that Intel is making a surprising bid of $6 billion. Okay, now one thing you have to learn about this stuff in this business, don't always believe what you read, okay? Because if they were making a bid, it would have halted and there would have been something in writing. All right. To me, it's just bullshit. It's just a way to get interest in the stock, and nobody talks about it once it sells off. It's like, have you noticed that stock is up because of chatter? Yeah, I don't see no proposal. I don't see anything in writing. You know, so why are you up $100? Why are you up 15 points? So I made a decision in pre-market as it was up there at 92 and $94 a share, short the stock, take it down to 84 and bounce it to 87. That's it. That's the trade. Now, if you could have got in at 100 or 96 or 94 or 93, you're going to make 10 points. It just depends what time you got up in the day. But I told everyone in the room it will stop around 84, bottom curl, and head to 87. Okay? So that gave a trader, okay, well, then I'll just wait for an 84 pull and then go long. Is that correct? That's correct. All right. So again, this is just another item on our list. It's not a big deal. It's my job. Traders come in here. They don't look for one or two plays. They want. And one thing you have to know about me is I'm giving you the stock, I'm giving you the reason, and I'm giving you the entry, the exit, and why you're trading the stock today. The entry, the exit, and why you're trading it. Now, I can't trade them all, and I can't get shorts for everything, but that's why you run a room so everyone can pick and choose what they want to trade. Not everyone can trade a $200 stock. Not everyone can trade a $90 stock. Not everyone can trade a $38 stock, but they can come in here and trade a dollar stock or $2 stock or an $18 stock, right? Or a $19 stock. And then I got my big boys in here that love to trade, and the big ladies in here that just trade. I have a portfolio manager in here. She trades, I don't know, 40, 50 million account, and she comes in here every day and just kind of picks and chooses what I see and makes money for her clients. And why not? Use my services. That's what it's for. That's why I get paid big bucks, $6 a day. So go to MLNX, I mean, and there you go. It's short here, short here, short here, short here, short here. It just depends what time you get up in the morning. You saw me making trades at 4 o'clock. Short here, and guess where the stock went to? $84.21. And what did I say to do? Go long at 84, right? And where did I say the stock would go to? 87, right? And the stock touched 87. 87. It's really important that you deliver, facts, not bullshit. I'm not going to tell you, oh yeah, get it at 84, load to your house, it's going to 94. Did I say that? Could go to 98. Watch this fib line. Watch this fib line. This fib line. This fib line. Could go to 2. It could go to 0. Watch that fib line. I mean, come on, really? Whatever. I don't do all that. No fancy talk. No bullshit. I'm not trying to impress you. All right? I am, but I'm not going to impress you with. See this line? See how it does a shoulder hook off a camel? No. You know? Just shut the fuck up and show me the trade. Okay. Here. 84 long, 87 long to the high side. You're done. Next. Now, I'm not going to do a video on it. I'm not going to do a DVD. I'm not going to go and sell some shirts and hats. I'm not going to do a walk in the woods. Put a camera up and go, this is MLNX today. You want to see how I called it? I got to do this all again tomorrow. That's it. That's my thank you for today. And I got to do it all again tomorrow. I have to get up. I have to prepare the room. I have to study for 2 hours. Study tonight. I got to make you laugh. I got to entertain you. I got to keep the mods happy. All right, because they're all pros. And they want to make money every day. I want to make money. I got to pay my bills. You know? So, one thing I always look at when I bring a trader in the room is the stock market's an ATM for me. And I want everybody to think like that when they're in here. Because I don't want you to be afraid of it. I don't want you to be intimidated by it. I want you to fucking own it when you come in this room. And that's my job, to teach you. So that's it. All right. And that is our webinar for today. We're going to recap Whirlpool, WHR, Kodak, CODX, Iron, EYEN, Boeing, BA, Algin, ALGN, AMD, AMD, and MLNX. Those will be the 7 charts tonight that I will post. If you want to be a part of our room, it's really, really, really expensive. 25 bucks. Okay? So expensive. Anyway, click here if you have 25 bucks and you'll be in for a day. If you want to convert to a month, we'll give you back that money. And or you click for a week. Try us out for 100 bucks. You know, you don't like the room, tell me. I'll send back your money. I don't care. You know, the room isn't about your money. It's about getting you in here to be properly educated, because that's really what I do. I educate people. I'm a teacher. I feel like I've earned it. You know, I'm 53 years old. I'm not some kid. All right. And I've lost a lot of money in this business, and it humbles you. That's why when you see my pinned tweet, I really emphasize that. You know, this business, I've had 2 ex-wives, many girlfriends. I've lost over $320,000. I drink from a hose. I eat, you know, cucumbers for dinner, whatever. I have given so much of my life to what I've been doing for the last 15 years. But in return, this job has given me more. It's given me back. It's given me the ability to teach people to become great. And I'm talking up and comers like Noel, HH, CB. HH today. He broke records today. And I had to beg HH to come in my room. You don't know. I had to beg him. I had to give him the world just to get him in this room and look at him. And in return, every day, not only does he post gains, he trades in the room, he listens, he inspires me. I love being inspired by traders. I love it. I love it. There's nothing like it in the world. And the return I get is the tweets. That's the thank you I get from the people in the room. And that's important to me. Okay? From Nicholas, making 5% on his portfolio, you know, Noel making 388. I mean, people's journeys are important to me. It's really important. Okay? All right. So that is our chit chat for today. I will see you all tomorrow. Same time, same channel. Be good, be well. And try not to go walk in the woods with a camera. Okay? Because there's no reason when you're in here. Take care. All right. See you tomorrow.